folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Straight ahead, it's wild card weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Aaron Donald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson will find Everett there, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Anytime you sack Russell Wilson, that's a win for the defense. But to get him here on his opening drive of the ball game, that's a really big win for that defense.
And the goal every week, keep him in the pocket. Don't let him get to the perimeter, because when he's in the open field, not only can he hurt you, but also you lose sight of receivers downfield, and they'll hurt you with big plays.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Herbert on first down now. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Now Green.
Pete Carroll none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Pete Carroll, always a guy to trust his instincts, and his instincts were right on that one.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson.
He'll find Metcalf.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or two, hoping someone comes into contact.
Again, Wilson.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off around the 27. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played in pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On 2nd down, here's Henry.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hard throw, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson.
A pass underneath for Carson.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 15. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round, they told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Well, the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st down, it's Carson. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to have a 3rd down. There's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
What's the deal, y'all? So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give to Henry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
He'll get this one to Patrick.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on 3rd down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball. So
that's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Mills.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Derrick Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Right there, 54, right there.
A first down carry for Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
72 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the give, this is their fullback. He will push his way down to about the 14. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. On first down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Wilson will throw again. This complete to Lockett. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the gun on third down, Wilson. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
And what do you think's going through his head right now? Your team's winning, but you're not having your best game. It probably affects you even when your team is up.
You don't want anyone else to know it, but I think you're right. It bothers a quarterback because they always want to be the one to lead their team to victory with their play as well as their words. And in this case, he's got something he can fall back on. He's contributed, yet at the same time he's thrown an interception. Got to remember the bottom line, though. They're winning, so he knows if he plays better, they might be winning by more.
And it's only the second quarter, so he's got some time. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
On the return, Boston Scott. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On first down, it's Herbert. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Tim Patrick, 56 yards.
And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
The lead is theirs here in the 3rd quarter, but it's really been the ground game that's been the recipe for success.
You mean the spotlight isn't shining as brightly on the guy throwing it?
No, it's the man behind him that's had a heck of a game.
And that's really okay. That's actually what you're looking for. I mean, your pride tells you, hey, I want to be responsible. I want to throw a bunch of touchdown passes. But when you're able to run the football, typically speaking, your team's doing pretty well. And in this case, they're winning.
We'll see if they have balance on this drive.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run on 1st down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Here's Herbert. Open man is Hill. He's got it.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They'll run on 1st down. Scott, and he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, there's still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to get him for a loss of about 3. And behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, short throw to Disley. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Wilson. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. To throw again is Wilson. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Carson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Wilson will hand to Carson on the option.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly. That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40.
And Herbert going to slide to his stop, and he has a 1st down.
One quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Big series right here.
Now it's Henry. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 2nd and 2.
56.
Again, it's Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
On 1st down, it's Henry. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. On 2nd down at 4. Herbert. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Eagles. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks take back over. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
He'll check that down to Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. That's complete into the hands of Carson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. He is going to find Hill here.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late.
tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On second down, it's Henry.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield while the training staff works on him. And he will take this one in for the Eagle touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pettis now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So Wilson and the Seahawks down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 37 remaining. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up first and 10. Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble blocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
To throw once more on second and 10. Wilson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running 2, trying to speed up. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And they take possession of the football and head at the 36-yard line.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball pop.
Touchdown! Tyreek Hill saving his best for the playoffs Pitts with his third touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
3 yards to gain there, second down. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And the Eagles season will continue at least one more week. Thanks for watching.